Okay, so this is an interesting article from Yahoo via the from Vibe via Yahoo by Amber Kareen. Um, so the article states that woman strips down and goes berserk over Southwest flight to Phoenix. Um, Apparently, from what the article is saying, and we'll scroll through together, it's saying a Southwest airline flight from Houston to Phoenix returned to its gate before ever lifting off ground after a passenger stripped naked and began screaming. Captured in a shocking video obtained by KPNX, a woman could be seen completely undressed, pacing the aisle and belligerently yelling before takeoff. So the Houston Police Department confirmed that they received a call at 3:30 p.m. on Monday, March 3rd, that a passenger took off her clothes on a flight and was causing a disturbance. Officer responded swiftly, removing the woman from the aircraft and transporting her to the neuropsychiatric center at Harris Health Bentov Hospital for evaluation. So no charges has been filed. Her name was not released. Southwest also addressed the issue, explaining that the local law enforcement met the flight upon its return to the gate due to a customer situation on board. There's like a little video in this article as well. It's saying our team had reached out to customer on board the flight to apologize for the delay to their travels, the airline said in a statement. And according to two anonymous passengers who spoke to KPNX, the disruption began just as the aircraft started taxiing. So apparently the lady was clothed, and then she began walking in front of people and started shouting. It was very uncomfortable and really scary, one passenger said, which, yeah, I can believe that. I do remember her saying that she wanted to get off the flight. Moments later, the woman allegedly started striking parts of the plane, proclaiming she's bipolar. That makes sense, okay? So if someone is bipolar, a lot of times bipolar people know what's kind of like what's going on with them at the moment. Like, hey, my hormones and my emotions are all out of whack right now. So she started jumping up and down, screaming at the top of her lungs, a witness recounted. The decision not to press charges left some passengers confused, particularly because there were children allegedly present at the time, which is a big airplane, so they probably were children present on the airplane. The decision, considering that she got naked in front of a bunch of kids and anyone else, I'm surprised there weren't any consequences, which they'll probably be, a little bit down the line once they probably investigate a little bit more to try to figure out what was going on with this lady. And sometimes if somebody's bipolar and they're ill, I can only imagine what they're going through. So what do I have to say about this? I just think, if she really is bipolar, that's something that she's going through. That's something that, she probably can't help. Yes, it's unfortunate that all that stuff happens while she was on the plane, while there are children around and while people are around. I'm sure that's really uncomfortable for her and the people involved as well. I'm sure once she's taken her medication and figure out what's going on and all this, she's calmed down. I'm sure she's probably going to look back at this very embarrassed. And I can just only imagine. So that's what I've got to say. So now let's look at what some other people have to say about this, because, everybody's got something to say. So let's see what other people have to say in regards to this. And this is my favorite thing on these articles or these boards or even on YouTube, is just kind of going to the comment section and seeing what other people have to say. So when that loads, we'll see what some folks have to say. It looks like New York 23 says, I cannot wait to get on a plane again. Looks like even more fun than I remember. A Greyhound with wings, same experience. Okay. Looks like William says the most stressful part of a plane trip is packing, getting to the airport, making sure the house, the snail is cared for, dealing with security, waiting at the gate, hoping the flight isn't delayed. Once I get on the plane, I relax. Oddly for others, they somehow can calmly handle everything until they board the plane, then they lose it. I mean, flying is one of those things. It's not for everybody. Some people just don't know how to handle the stress of being up in the air. A takeoff before the takeoff. Let's see. Some other comments. There's plenty of comments here. There was a time 7 years ago, this is Francis. There was a time 7 years ago when an airplane flight was an upscale thing to do. Yeah, I mean, it can still be that, depending on how you're traveling, but, it's just one of those things. If somebody's crazy, they're just crazy, They can't, sometimes they just really can't help it. Read an article this morning. This is Vin. He said, read an article this morning about how airlines had dress codes back in the day. Men had to wear a suit. They also had ashtray and no armrests. Okay. It'd be nice to dress up fancy to get on a plane, but, traveling is so quick and fast these days, it's not a luxury like it was back in the day. Now you get on a plane real fast and go about your business. So it says some young guy said that was the onboard entertainment. No movies, no nuts. Okay. Maybe some. Okay. My money would have been on Spirit. Oh, Lord. So these are some of the comments. This is some of the things that some people had to say. So what do y'all have to say to this? Everybody got something to say. What do y'all have to say? Oh, goodness.